Hey guys, welcome to the Bob Randall and Company live preview show for Monday, October 24th, 2022. As you can all see, today we have a very special guest with us. Not only do we have Scott Seretean and Michael Howe, who has been filling in for Randy, but we have Randy in person. And gosh, Randy, man, I mean, the photo that you sent my daughter last week, right after the accident, you look so much better. We are so blessed. We want to thank the Lord so much for
Yeah,
continuing healing. And I'm just going to kind of give you a moment to speak if you'd like.
Yeah, I can't. There are not. They're not words to say thank you to everybody so much for being so thoughtful and thankful and caring and outpour of love is uh, like I said is un, un, I mean, there's. I'm sorry. I'll stop. There are not words I can describe to how beautiful it is. I mean, all you guys, I owe you a debt. My family does, because they're just like overwhelmed by the beauty that this community gives, that the Santa business is. It's just thank you, really. From I'm fortunate. I'm healing. I will, as fast as I can. Um, as you all know, my wife can't. So it is community. I was telling the guys backstage that in the green room that it really brings back like a real faith in beautiful humanity, that what all you guys have brought and sent, the love and prayers, and it's there's no way I can say thank you enough. But thank you. This is something I know you guys probably can't see. My wife only did Mrs. Claus maybe 2 or 3 times through the years. My daughter's finally found a picture of me and my wife doing
Oh,
Mrs. Claus. Um,
For just a moment, Randy, hold that up. She's going to bring that up. There you go.
that's
Fantastic
I know
picture.
it's not a good picture, um, but of course my wife did clowning and all that. But she only did Mrs. Claus a couple times, and this is actually, I look back and I remember that was for a Corvette event, because that's a brand new Corvette behind us. But they
ooh,
were going through all little pictures for the service coming up on Friday, and they go, "Here, you got to see this." Mom, I said, "Mom, wow." Of course, that was when I was designer beard, but um, yeah, it was. I don't get many pictures of those at all. So again, I'm so blessed, so thankful, so overwhelmed by all the beautiful things you guys have done for us. Um, the GoFundMe, Michael,
oh,
to
love
everybody
you,
that
brother.
donated, is just thank you.
You're welcome. We love you, brother. We're better together. Amen. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
if you guys can start talking for me, it'd be great. Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
Oh,
God is blessed.
awesome. Well, keep
Well,
healing, Randy. I just keep healing. I can't wait to see you in your suit and bringing the love and joy and cheer that I know you do so well, and that magic, and it's still there. And I had the privilege of seeing Randy Friday, and so if you think how wonderful Randy is, oh, you should be in the room with his two daughters. It's like Randy love, Randy love, Randy love. He's multiplied that wonderful gift inside of him to two great daughters. So it was wonderful seeing Holly and Amber. It was spectacular.
My daughters
That's
are
a,
like, they're
that's a,
just incredible two kids. They have been a rock. They have done so much work getting things set. They lost their mom, so it's amazing what they can do. My oldest daughter drove me to the doctor today and to get more X-rays and everything else, and the other one's working on this with the lawyer and this with the other thing, and getting. I mean, it's just they're just nonstop, and it's I thank God every day for them.
well, Randy, just from what Michael said, we don't know your two daughters, but my hat is off to you and your late wife for an amazing rearing you did with these two girls.
yeah, it's a
I mean,
testament to Randy and Cheryl for
Yes, it
sure.
is. Yes.
Yes, and
Awesome.
I know most everybody, if not everyone, is familiar with what has happened. But run through real quick the injuries that Randy ended up with was seven ribs cracked, one broke. Is that correct, Randy?
it's actually 7 cracked and two are cracked and one was cracked two places. So eight cracks, 7 ribs, however you want to.
And you had 11 stitches here in your forehead down through your eye, and as
And
everyone
then
can see,
another how many there?
are still
And
blacked somewhat, and then
17 staples in the back of my head, and then of course the disc. We won't know what will ever happen with that. So
yeah, and you know, we've got to look at things in a you know, as humans, we always try to put everything in perspective. Cheryl had fulfilled what the Lord wanted her to be able to do here on earth. We know she's in heaven. She feels no pain. She is where we all want to end up someday. The Lord was not through with you, Randy. He has things for you to do.
That's right.
And that, again, is a testament to who you are as a person, the humanity that you show others, the love, the kindness. We've talked about this over and over and over. There's no one that has character developed himself better than Randy has when it comes to building folks up, giving folks that lift, and being able to reinforce good things about folks constantly. First one to put up a comment up on any post. Absolutely a testament to you, Randy, and we're just glad you're here. At this point, Michael, would you say a prayer?
Oh,
Can we say-
yes, I will. Oh, Father, you are so good. Even when we don't understand and we don't see it, you're still good because you just see it all, and you love us exceedingly abundantly above. So, Father, I just continually ask for healing for Randy. I ask that you shadow him with your palpable presence, and him and his household and his girls. Father, I ask that you keep meeting the needs that they have. And Father, I pray for the 28, that we say goodbye well, to a wonderful woman, to Cheryl. And Father, yeah, do as only you can do, and put us in your arms as only you can do. In Jesus' wonderful name, amen.
Amen.
Scott, you got any thoughts about the weather? Kind of moving along here. We want to, Randy,
Yeah,
Randy
let's-
won't be able to stay with us for the whole show, so we want to kind of move along a little bit here and allow him to be part of what he and I started back 16, 17 episodes ago. And real quick before we move on, I just got to say this show has developed. It has grown. Randy has been a great added feature to this Monday afternoon show that we do. Not only from the things that he has added to the show, his perspective, but his love for us and mankind, and our love for him has really blossomed even more so than it was before. All right, Scott, go ahead.
Well, first thing I'd like to say is that the show would not be what it is today without you, Randy.
Yep.
Absolutely. Amen.
I started Tuesday Night Live, Sat Bob's Live with Bob. And that's been, 2 years ago almost, or close
Yeah,
to
2 years ago. Yeah.
And I have watched each show grow, or I do a roller coaster. And since you came on this show, it's done nothing but gone to the top. And we really have missed you not being here. I can't feel your boots. They're much bigger. You've got a size 14 and I'm still in a size 6. So,
Dude, you are just, I mean, you are a part of this community. You are a part of this world. You are, loved and see, that's what matters. If you have 30 years experience as Santa or you have 5, you've got this. And that surpasses anybody's super knowledge.
Well,
so don't ever forget that, anybody.
Thank you. But like what my point I'm making is you've been a real asset, and you've made the what do they call it? The credits, not the credits, but the ratings for this show since you came on to the roof. Thank you for that, and thank you for being a part of an amazing community.
Real quick, Tuesday night has always been the stronger of the two shows because of the nature of it.
Yeah.
As far as our live audience, it's pretty steady from one show to the other, from Monday to Tuesday and backwards and forth. But our hit count for the Monday show is matching the Tuesday Night Live show hit count, which it never done before Randy. So again, that's a testament to Randy, what he brings to the table.
You and Scott, you guys started it, so you guys need the super applause to think there was this whole thing was great for the community and to keep it going. So you guys deserve the whole community deserves you guys a thank you for getting this started, for us to be able to do it from here. So you never forget the beginnings, because without the beginning people, there would be nobody else after that. So you guys need all the props too. Don't ever forget that.
We are all a family. Michael
Yes.
is part of this family. He's a co-host, as you might say. As we keep growing and bringing more and more folks in. I'm always excited to have Michael on, and Scott, as he said, has always been there to fill in when he was available from Scouts. And it's I love doing these shows. I love our audience. We have a dedicated audience that comes in week in and week out. They contribute to the show. They're constantly not only sending us in our comments here on StreamYard, but in PMs and even phone calls that I get of folks telling us what a wonderful job we're doing, how much it's helped them, how much they've learned. And again, that is because as you guys in Michigan Maps always like to say, and Michael loves to say, is we are better together. And that's absolutely, we are a tight-knit community. We all have each other's backs. We all truly, deep down in our hearts, care for one another. We're in a clique or a community that don't everybody probably get. We're a little bit unique being Santa Clauses and being performers. And then you add in magic and clowning to some guys' repertoire as Randy has got. And I mean, we're just so multi-faceted and layered that we have so much in our hearts to give. And that's what I love about this community is give.
There's so much talent in the Santa community. And like you said, Bob, there's not just people that have donned the white beard for all their life. There's people that are professional stage entertainers. They've done cruise ships. I mean, look at the Ringling Brothers clowns. These people are internationally trained professional performers. It's not just like your Uncle Joe putting on a suit from J.C. Penney's. These folks are performers, entertainers, and of course in the schools that we have out there to train other Santas and the care that it's just the talent is like you said, Bob, is incredible that we have to blend together.
And we can't forget the Mrs. Clauses. They're as much a part of this community as the rest of us. Kathy Fix says, "Oh my God, hi Randy." She just reached out. I guess she just jumped on. But at this point, let's move along because Michael has a little funny teaching moment that he wants to share with you, Randy, to kind of give you a perspective of how his weekend went.
I didn't know you were going to want me to do that online. Well, I had a photo shoot this weekend, and you know what? I learned a new line from Roger, Mitten, Santa in Michigan also. And so I thought I would try it. And I looked at the little boy. Of course, the parents are in the back, so watching. I said, "Did you know that elf farts smell like candy canes?" And I said, "Oh, the factory is a wonderful peppermint smell." And the dad in the back was laughing like crazy. The little boy's laughing. Then the little boy just looked at me, with a follow-up question. He goes, "Santa, yes. What about the reindeer?" And I went, "Oh my, we're not going to talk about the reindeer. It's a little stinky. Is there another question you might have?" Everyone laughs again. So yeah, it was pretty funny. That's
hilarious. Banter back and forth. That's incredible.
Just don't give the reindeer chocolate.
Don't give them chocolate. Yes, downwind.
I laugh so hard. I love that story, Michael. That's so good. And we thought we might bring a little laughter to the Monday show for Randy there.
Yes, thank you.
Well, I have a question. Being the Coco kind of host, the green one, I go, what has been the three of you? What's a great memory of all of the episodes? When you look back, what was a special moment for you in the episodes?
Are you talking about Monday or Tuesday or either?
Either or. I mean, we can focus just on Monday if you would like. It's just always fun for me to go, to find your story. What was special about it?
Well, for me, looking at just the last 17 episodes with Randy, I think one of the highlights for me has been when he sent me the graphic for the something burger. Now, those who know me well know that I love a double, triple cheeseburger. I could eat cheeseburgers for lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. I love cheeseburgers. It's amazing because you can take the same ingredients, the bun, the lettuce, the tomato, the onions, the dressing of whatever. The meat is hamburger meat, ground up beef, and get so many different flavors and taste out of one. They're all different.
Yeah.
When he sent me that something burger graphic with all those patties, my heart I just said, man, he has got me down. He knows who I am. That is such a great moment.
I had to show my daughter's first time they saw it was over, a couple days ago. They go, what in the world were you thinking, Dad? And I said, Bob said, something burger and this and that, so go for it. So I went for it. It's like, oh, it was, I was kind of nervous sending it to you, going, he's going to think I'm something wrong here. Oh, I'm glad it worked out.
Cool. Scott, do you have a favorite memory?
Well, when I go back, I'm not on every episode, but when I go back and think over this year's stuff, bloopers, live bloopers are the ones that probably, I guess, are memories that stick in my mind. Our viewers probably don't realize that Bob and the hours he puts into writing these scripts for Monday and Tuesdays, and everything being perfect and as much as it can be. I mean, viewers, you don't realize on Tuesdays sometimes they're 3 and 4 pages long. These scripts that we try to follow to keep the show flowing. And he sends a script to Randy, and I get it on Mondays too, and just kind of in case I have to come for the last minute type thing. And the one that sticks in my mind, Bob's reading the script, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but every time he said it backwards, and it never came out right.
Shelf on the shelf, not shelf on the
elf. On the elf.
Elf on the shelf on the elf. That's what it was, and it was written. But that's one of the things that it's bloopers like that, and it didn't happen once. It happened multiple times on that show.
And the crazy part is I had it on my my outline written correctly, and I was reading it in somehow or another. But thinking back on it, Michael, I know you can probably relate to this. In your mind, you're thinking one thing, and it comes out another way, and then when you do it, you realize, oh heck, I just messed up. But the visual of an elf climbing a shelf and the shelf turning over on the elf and nothing but his upper torso hanging out when the children get up the next morning, because we hear so many stories about what their elf done the night before or what he did last week or how mischievous he's been with wrapping the Christmas tree with, toilet paper. And that popped in my head after I said that, and I thought, oh my, that might not be a good one. That might traumatize some children, but funny stuff.
The bloopers.
You got any great memories?
The bloopers.
I also want to add on one thing to Scott's before I say mine. Is everybody's got Bob showed that piece of paper up. Usually we would get that script. Bob would be up until 1, 2, at least 2 o'clock my time in the morning, 3 o'clock. I would get it in the morning. I'd get Monday morning, and there'd be my email. But I'd look at the time. Oh, send it 2 o'clock in the morning. Bob's just works tirelessly at this thing, and it's set up every week. It's incredible what. But yeah, people got to know it's in the middle of the night. He's working on this stuff. He says he works better in the middle of the night, so wonderful. But this one, I guess it happened during the show, but then again after. And Michael, this has to do with you.
Oh,
one of my first couple shows, I was talking about, and I said, oh, we were talking about the Red Suit Conclave, and I said, it's my favorite F word.
Oh my! Yes, I know. I love it.
And of course, Bob, afterward, he said he got very, very, very paranoid about what I was going to say next. And of course, Michael, I learned this line from you. My favorite F word is free for the weekend. And so Bob said, it goes, I didn't know what you're going to say next. I didn't know what your favorite F word. Bob goes, phew. So that was probably stood out just phenomenal. It just, because it took him by surprise. And
Too funny.
yeah, that.
Awesome.
And of course, my favorite thing. I mean, I know Santa shorts is weird. But I love doing Santa shorts. That's just like it's just such a, just to get some things. It's not mean things. It's just to get some things, opinions, and ideas, and just and for everybody to listen. Is so favorite of mine. But probably Bob's reaction after going to the Korean room afterwards. That's probably highlights the the uh, the Santa shorts. It really does. Sorry, Bob.
It's all good. And as far as the script and the time that I put into it, when we first started, we did it off the cuff the first half dozen shows, and then as we started adding new things and everything started to evolve, it got to the point that we kind of needed an outline to go by, and that outline turned into a script, and that script has turned into growing and growing. I do it out of labor of love. I absolutely love doing these shows. I love being able to share what experiences we've all had, our knowledge. Our guests are phenomenal. We've got the best guests in the world. We've got a great list of new guests lined up next year with a handful of those that were on this year to come back and as a repeat guest. I haven't secured any of them. I've just started taking notes and kind of mentioned it, but we'll lock them down in January when we get ready to start kicking off the Monday and Tuesday shows. The first Monday and Tuesday of the new year 2023, that will be February, the first weekend, Monday and Tuesday in February. I'll get that out right here in a minute. I know I will. But anyway, Michael, I know you've been on a half a dozen times at least, been a guest on the show, been a co-host on the show. You got any special moments you want to share?
Oh, special moments. Oh golly, I guess I didn't think of my own question to answer it. I think I just feel like for me being so green or cocoa, kind of thing, I have a feeling that I'll be getting teased and revved by Kathy with that one some. But I think it's just a privilege to be able to come and share to the community and to say, here, let me give you a little bit of my heart. That hopefully you can glean something from me. So for me, it's that, I'm anxious for tomorrow, but I won't wreck what I've written for tomorrow. I'll let you come back tomorrow and watch and listen. It's going to be a wonderful show. So, yeah, I just appreciate being able to hang with my brothers in red. Usually that's a big part, a big favorite for me. So
you guys are so phenomenal. I'm so blessed to have you guys want to come on and be a part of the silliness that we have on here on Mondays and Tuesdays, but absolutely love it. Great comments over here, Randy. I hope you're keeping up with them.
Yeah,
folks
I will definitely, after the show, I'll take a few moments and I'm gonna, such beautiful, again.
I told you it was gonna happen. Santa
just crazy. See, look.
Oh, I was waiting.
It is impossible to say thank you enough. It just, you guys are, there's not incredible, fantastic, wonderful. None of those words even match to how fantastic our guests are, or our people are to watch, or the community. Thank you. I'll shut up again.
Art Gaffney, absolutely. And we have already got confirmation from Kat that she will be back on next season early. Hopefully, maybe in February. If not, we'll get her in March. But she's coming back to do part 3, sign language for Santas and Mrs. Clauses. So that's one of the repeats that we will have. Kat has so much to offer, and I know we've all learned from her. Those are some of the most watched episodes on the replay, because folks go back and it's kind of hard to soak it all in, live and go back and watch it in a refresher. But yes, fantastic. All right, Santa Coco.
We should probably ask Scott a question. No, I did that because he's on the phone. Sorry, my mind's going. So tell me, Scott, what's your favorite part of all of the cookout this last weekend you've done? How many burgers?
Oh, you're just wrong.
Yes.
He was muted. He didn't hear you.
Don't, Michael.
No, God, you did a lot of cooking this weekend. You were camping with the Boy Scouts, if I'm correct, right?
Yes.
So So, how many boys did you feed this weekend?
Feed. I fed. Here I am with Bob's stuttering problem. Feed, fud. I fed 92 people,
Ooh.
scouts and adults and their parents. It was Cub Scouts. It was great. The weather was wonderful. A little bit of wind, no rain. It was cool. It was about 68 to 70 degrees sleeping weather. And I mean, couldn't ask for a better deal. But what did I wake up to this morning? Pouring down rain. So I'm blessed that we did not have rain over the weekend. So
yes,
I'm guessing that from what I understand from the green room, you had a little bit of moisture there up your way, Michael, as well as Bob. And I don't know that Randall's been running around outside a whole lot.
No, just a little bit of rain. But, I would like to make the comment, knowing that you've cooked for 92, such a large crowd, if you're ever having a Santa gathering, we know who to call to organize a meal. I think, Scott, you would have that skill set to be able to some Santas there.
Bob, I said Spangle is who you need to call. But Spangle, yeah, but what you don't, probably a lot of people don't realize is the madness behind Spangle's meals. Some of them are Bob and I. We cook all the hamburgers and hot dogs for the SOS, and actually I do all the barbecue that he serves for the sandwiches. So the pulled pork.
Nice.
Let's see, and last year I brought the hams and the turkey that they sliced up for all the sandwiches as well. So, but if we do have a Santa gathering, Bob knows that that food can be, especially barbecue. Between Bob and I, we can put some grub on. Am I right, Bob?
That's correct. Of course, I was in barbecue business for 10 years with a family business. And Scott's been doing it a number of years too, through catering and the Scouts and numerous other things. But going back to the School of Santas in July, we're out in the sun. Of course, we found a little shady spot to put the grill up, and Spangle brings out this grill that's as big as the back of a pickup truck. And so we got 140 burgers and 140 dogs going. And of course, we can only cook, I think it was 30 or so at a time, 35 or so at a time. And the hard part was me and Scott's out there sweating and flipping and smoke going everywhere and burning our eyes. And we got two clowns out there giving us a hard time, Spangle and Bonkers. And that's Jason. What's Jason's last name? Doggone, I can't think of Jason's last name. But they're out there giving us a hard time. And then Hope, who is,
Bonkers the clown is all I know.
No. Then we got Hope. She's the kitchen supervisor for the whole weekend. She's out there hollering, "They're standing in line, hurry up!" And we were flipping and going as fast as we could, but we had a blast doing it. All right, so yes, we got a little bit of rain here today, about an inch or so. Got more coming this afternoon. Looks like it's sprinkling out there still at this moment. And so, hey, you know what? It's a beautiful time of year. We had absolutely gorgeous weather over the weekend. Worked a photo shoot Saturday, and I really didn't expect it to be too cool, but the lady had the air conditioner on, and it wasn't bad at all. So it's been beautiful. Can't wait for the even colder weather to come sneaking in on us. That time of year is what we always look forward to. I know all the leaves have changed up where you guys are. They're starting to change here, and so it's kind of messy. That stuff gets all over everything, your cars when it's wet, and it gets on your roof and blows around everywhere. But it's part of the season that we live in.
Yeah. The colors up there were absolutely phenomenal this year. So
that's good. All right. I guess at this point, let's do some trivia. You ready for trivia?
Ooh, yes.
Oh, wait, no, there's something burger.
No something burger today.
Hey everyone, Elf Angela Mack here for Bob, Randyl, and Company Live. The show about nothing. Bob, Randyl, and Company Live is brought to you by Santa's Closet. Santa's Closet has been delivering unique, value-packed Santa and Mrs. Claus accessories since 2004. Santa's Closet's main goal is to provide both a superior customer experience with tremendous value for their customers. Santa's Closet brings more than 400 separate products to the Claus community at a reasonable price. Don't forget to check out their sister site, MrsClausJewels.com, where Mrs. Claus Janice is a leading supplier for Mrs. Claus, elves, and Santa jewelry, knickknacks, and accessories. Both Tom and Janice are passionate about exceeding your expectations, bringing you products of unparalleled quality and design. Visit their sites at santascloset.org and mrsclausjewels.com. This is Angela Mack reminding you to catch our show every Monday at 3 p.m. Central. Thanks for watching. Now let's get back to Bob, Randyl, and Company Live and today's Monday Santa's Closet Trivia.
He's eligible and no, he is not.
I'm not sure, Angela. You'll have to check the sheet on it. All right, guys. Real quick, my senior moment. Rex Ray helped me out. Jason Clopton, Bonkers the Clown. I don't know why I didn't remember that. Jason is a big part of what we do for Spangle. Scott, Jason do a lot of the audio technical work. Scott and I do some of the cooking. Spangle has a whole host of folks that volunteer their time to help the School of Santas, and so just want to get that out there real quick. All right, if you will put up the trivia question answer on the screen.
Yes, and can you just tell Charlie that no, he is not eligible. He
Charlie?
won on October 3rd.
Oh, Charlie, you have to behave yourself.
The fastest fingers in the east, north, south, west is Charlie.
Yes.
Charlie, you're still in time
before you can answer.
week. Another week.
Whoa, this is the last trivia.
Well, while y'all are deciding what the trivia is, I want to thank Tom and Janice for being part of the show for the whole season, and we look forward to hopefully maybe they'll come back next season as well. But the thing about it is, I just personally want to say thank you to both Tom and Janice for standing and believing in this show.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Every week they give us a gift. Every week you get an extra little gift in your thing that you get. It comes out of them. They send the shipping. I mean, it's a beautiful thing to do that for the community, and to be our sponsors. I hope everybody gives them a big round of applause and thumbs up for being a part of Monday night.
Well, and let's just think about it this way. And this was something that Scott had mentioned back in the green room before we started when we was going through our pre-notes. Tom and Janice, Derek Dugan, Spangle the Clown, these guys take this product. They have to buy that product and are giving this product back to the community. So they are losing a little bit of money each time they give away a gift package, a trivia gift package. So, as our brothers and sisters, we should support them in every way that we can. Go spend $1 or $2 with Derek and with Tom and Janice and with Spangle when you get a chance. I know that we're in economic tough times right now. Hopefully things will be looking up here before too long, and we'll get back on track as a nation. But, if you can afford to throw $1 or $2 at these guys, help them out, because they are a big reason how we can bring this show to you guys each week and have a little bit of fun with the trivia and get a prize for our efforts and our fun. So, all right.
Can I remind the folks out here and our viewers that go by and get a great T-shirt from Derek. It's definitely some casual wear, and all the net proceeds through the end of the month will be going to Randall's GoFundMe. So,
absolutely. And we'll talk a little bit more.
Derek apparel from Slave Driver.
We'll talk a little bit more about the GoFundMe here in just a moment.
Trivia.
It's trivia. Let's get trivia done. All right. Randy, have you got the strength to read this one? This is your normal part that you do on Mondays.
Sure, let's go. What is an old-fashioned name for a broomstick? What is the old-fashioned name for a broomstick? So it kind of has a Halloween theme, but it was an old-fashioned name for a broomstick.
Absolutely. We're still
in my house, it would be a paddle. I remember my mom's well. No. All right,
Well, in
that's
my
not the
house,
real answer. That's not the real answer.
in my
Very-
house, although my wife's asleep, I would call it a car because that's what she rides to work.
Ouch. So you have a finished off basement or a good garage for that line? So that's where you're going to be sleeping
No,
tonight,
I
Scott?
have a detached garage.
Okay, there's got to be some reason why
It's
someplace you know
insulated.
you can go for saying that line.
Actually,
Insulated
Scott-
and with heat, but she's asleep right here in the next room. So
Actually,
This is
Scott's
tape,
detached
you know, this is
garage is
tape.
called
You
a
can't
doghouse.
Oh,
and it's
All
got a
right.
big thing on the front of it, doghouse.
Looks like we've got some good answers coming in. Fantastic. Everyone's jumped in on that one. I didn't, a lot of times on these trivia questions, I find the ones that I don't know the answer to because I think, well, if I don't know it, everybody else is not going to know it, probably either. But I'm amazed at how quick these answers pop into the comment boxes each time that we read one of these. All right, so we'll throw the winner out there here in just a bit. And so back to the GoFundMe account. Michael, you had given us an update just before the show started. If you want to talk about that, that would be wonderful.
Well, at least at the beginning of the show, oh my, I get so excited thinking about this. $8,707. Now it could change by now. It's applause. That doesn't include the wonderful match gift from Courtney and Red Sleigh Foundation. It doesn't include everything that Derek is going through and other people who are sponsoring. It's like I'm elated. Everyone out there in the community, thank you. You're such a gift. I appreciate you. When you put love into action, it changes lives. And thank you. I appreciate it hugely. And so you can still participate, as Scott said, Derek, and I'll let Scott go ahead and share that again because it's not done yet. It's like Christmas Square.
Well, on Etsy, Slave Driver Apparel, Derek Dugan will donate through the end of October all the net proceeds coming from any purchases made in Slave Driver Apparel on Etsy.
And that coupon code is FALL10, fall 10.
Oh, that's right.
On that promotion. So be sure and put fall 10 in on your purchase, and that will get the proceeds, and that proceeds going over to the GoFundMe or directly to Randy. Now, we shared Randy's address last week. I know many of you have reached out, sent cards, sent different things to Randy. And I just want Michael to mention real quick, we can't do this show without mentioning when Cheryl's memorial service will be. You've got the information there, Michael?
Well, it's the 28th, so yeah. And in other details, I don't have, more details than that. Just I know that we're celebrating her life and saying thank you to her on the 28th of this month.
From
4 days.
It's from 2 to 7:30. Is that? I hope I got the 2 o'clock. Yeah, it's 2 to 7:30. I wish I could pronounce the funeral home's name. It's AG. It is on the whole thing. It's in Sterling Heights, Michigan. On the 28th, we are going to have a service. I got to share this. This is talk about a small world, folks. I was in the hospital, Providence Hospital in Southfield, which is close to where the accident happened. And the chaplain came in to talk to me about everything and my family and all that. And just wonderful man. I mean, just really made me feel very comfortable. And I made some comment about I was worried about my wife's mom because she's 86.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, I'll do what I can do. I said, whatever he can do. So he came back the next day to see me. He goes, I went out and saw her. 35, 40 miles north is where my mother-in-law lives. But this is where the odd part adds up, guys. My mother-in-law already knew the minister, the pastor. He used to be her pastor at her church for a while. So he went to go see them and say, look, I know you lost your daughter and this and that. And he goes, I was there. He goes, it's coincidental. I was there to see a young man yesterday. And she goes, did you see my Randy? And he just kind of, she said he just went silent. He goes, yes. So neither of them knew that they knew each other. I didn't know they knew each other, but it was the same chaplain that took care of me. And of course, my mother-in-law, because she's 86 and she's not real healthy. It just talk about, and then, you know what, telling us, helping out. Um, I probably didn't explain it super right, but uh, it's such a small world and such, when it came to that,
Yeah.
so he will be there on Friday to give, of course, prayers and all that. And so there's time for everybody to. We're using my wife's uh, clown hat. She always wore sparkle uh, top hats. Always wore. That was kind of her deal with the glitter. And so we're little notepads, and you can put up a little note, and that's what they're going to have them fill in. So there's little things that are, you know, more for that side of her life. We can't put a whole lot of chocolate chip cookies because that's she baked like crazy, but I'm not a baker, I'm a eater.
Yeah.
So we won't have that there. But it's I know somebody just put up all the information. Whoever that was, thank you,
Charlie.
Charlie, as usual.
Fast typing
Thank you,
Charlie.
Charlie.
Could you put that back up, Angela?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's and we also wanted my daughter's because my wife was sick for years. She had Crohn's. She had a lot of resections in her intestines. In fact, once they found cancer, so she went through chemo years ago, and so she hasn't been really healthy when it comes to that. So we asked anybody that not to buy like flowers that'll be gone in a couple of days to, if they are going to do that, instead of the GoFundMe, it goes to the Crohn's Colitis Foundation. And my youngest daughter became a juvenile diabetic when she was 12, or the Diabetes Foundation. I would, if somebody can help, if a few dollars can help with I know my wife suffered with for years. Um, I'd rather have that than flowers. Flowers are beautiful, but
Yeah. Yeah. Amen.
she suffered for years when it comes to that.
Amen.
And my kids are so amazing. You know, we have all my wife's clothes and shoes, and because of her Crohn's problem, a lot of impressions, female things that females need, extensive amount for her age. Um, they're all going to battered women's shelters, and we want somebody to at least hopefully get some use out of the stuff. And it was my daughter's ideas. It's just like, kids, yes, that's what you want for your mom's stuff. Somebody can benefit. Yeah, your mom would want that.
Well, Randall, like I said earlier, is that you and her have done an amazing job in rearing these two girls, and they have hearts of gold, and they always thinking of others rather than themselves, and that's a testimony to you and Cheryl. Cheryl is right, correct?
Yes.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's definitely a testimony to your hearts and your ability to transfer these qualities to your children, and I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for the community. I'm going to have to apologize because I'm going to have to. I just got a phone call from the reindeer barn, and that daggum silly bell snickles feeding those reindeer chocolate again.
Oh my.
That's terrible.
And I'm going to go have to see if I can take some Imodium over there or something.
Scott.
It could be a dangerous evening otherwise.
Oh yes. Downwind won't be pleasant.
No.
Well,
Thank you,
no,
Scott.
and I'm just trying to protect your interests when you use my reindeer.
Yes, very good.
But Randall, prayers to you to continue. I ask everybody to do the same. In actuality, I have to jump off here. I've got a parent duty, so I've got to go pick my son up at school, and he's not going to be happy. But thank you, Bob, for allowing me to be a part of the show this year. I can't wait to be back on, hopefully some next year.
Yes.
And viewers, please remember, this is the last show, or you never know. The four of us may just get a wild hair and pop in here on a Monday just to have a gab session. And, maybe burgers, or I don't want to say Santa shorts, because we just have to keep the chocolate away from Randyl. Santa shorts is not always pleasant, right? Anyhow, all kidding aside, thank you all so much for having me and letting me be a part of the show. And I wish everybody a happy holiday season. And don't forget to join tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for Tuesday Night Live. And Angela, thank you so much for what you've done this year and what you always do. And keep on keeping on. And once again, thank you, Bob, for bring me back around. Now that Scouts is kind of I'm not as involved, and I just have to cook for people. That's all now. But like I said, thank you so much, Randyl, Michael, Bob, Angela, and the viewers. Thank you so much for putting up with me. I'm just another crazy Santa, I guess, with a big heart. That's all I can say. So
absolutely, and you will be on tomorrow night for a short segment, like so many others have signed up for. So we'll see you tomorrow night.
Okay. Well, thank you all
so much.
Randyl, keep up the healing, and God bless you, and give your daughters my best, and my hat's off to you and Cheryl for an amazing job of rearing those girls. And like you've learned is that life is precious. And you never know when it's going to be there and when it's not.
Yeah.
But God has His way of doing what He feels like we need in life, and guides us, and our faith will keep us strong. So and remind your girls of that. And I'm sure they already know that. But thank you so much for everything, and thank you, viewers. And I hope you all have a very happy holiday season. And a very lucrative season as well. And keep on the Derek Dugan. We need to fill this fund up. I'd like to see us hit 10,000, which was the goal Michael had before the match, if possible. So throw a little more cash out there in the GoFundMe, and we really need to help Randyl out. I mean, you can see he's healing well, but there are bills that we don't know about that are going to come up, and he's not going to have much of a season until he heals. I mean, it's tough to pick a kid up with broken ribs. Bob knows that. Michael, myself, we've all had them. And but like I said, my hat's off to the community for all your support and your love, outpouring love for Randyl and us on the show. So have a great season. Happy holidays, and we'll see you next year and tomorrow night, Bob. Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Safe
Scott.
travels,
Thank
Scott.
you.
Blessings.
Thank you.
Awesome. So I have a question, if I may, or ask to Randy, if you would like to, Randy. I loved the story you told me about the nurses' reaction to Santa's, how it changed their perspectives.
Oh my gosh.
That was such a fun thing to hear.
I was, of course, at the hospital, and just, of course, I'm still not totally bleached. And of course, when I had all the extra, I don't want to get graphic, but stuff from my incisions, cuts in my hair was pretty ugly looking and colored. We were talking about that and about Santa's, and they just couldn't believe the phone calls. Santa Norm Gearing, that one of the founders from MAPS, even came in to see me. And I just I was explaining to them about the community, and they were just like, almost shocked, but overwhelmed how amazing it is. And they have they have a totally different view on Santa's, because so many people think, oh, that's somebody that makes $10 an hour. That's Uncle Bob that goes to the mall and smokes his cigarettes and have a few cocktails. And they totally changed everything about it. Was beautiful. By the end, they were asking me about, so what are you going to do next about this? Well, this is what I'm going to do. They couldn't get over it. And I said, it's not like a little tiny thing. It's a whole new world. It's a whole world that's out there. Mm-hmm. I'm sure I forgot a few things, Michael. I apologize, but I told you.
No, that's fine.
It was amazing. Those nurses were just, I guess they were in, not awe, but just like wanting to hear more about it because it was so different and so like, because all they heard was love and all they heard was positive. All they heard was like joy and all that. They didn't hear anything like, oh yeah, this town is a grouch field. No, they just heard all the outpour. So it really, I kind of said earlier, I think Achieve and Change helped some of their thought about humanity too, about it put a new beautiful perspective, um, that there is hope for us, in this world, even with all the negativity, because of this community is a positive part of that. It really is.
Yeah,
And I
love
just,
the
all
story.
you guys watching, everybody that's going to see it later, and everybody in this community, you are a part of that, and you take it and run with it like I know you guys do. It's
Awesome. I loved hearing the story because there's so often people go, you go to school, you do this almost year round. You're constantly working and prepping. It's like it's just fun to see that all of a sudden that doom. I had no idea how much you do to bring us that magical moment. And so hearing your story about the nurses and how they reacted and seeing that, it was just like, it's just fun to peel a little bit of that, back so people can get a glimpse of it.
yeah.
What's
So many
involved
people
in the
do. They
community.
think
So,
you talk Santa in April, May, June. Christmas is until Thanksgiving. They don't. They started to realize how much we as the community put into our craft and put in the care for the children and families. That's kind of what they were kind of getting to, and it was just like it's like opening up. They were. It was.
yeah.
Okay.
It was cool. It was cool.
Take a page out of Michael and Randy too's page. The P word.
The P word?
P. Yeah, that's right. P, as Randy would say. Professional.
Oh,
We are.
I had something else coming to my mind when we're talking.
I know. It's like
P word.
oh,
I'm
now
going.
did we start something?
Think. This is a family show. Don't family show. Oh, professional. Yes, that's right. Way to go, Bob. That's a good reminder.
I had to, guys. I just had to.
Oh gosh,
Oh,
no. That's
my.
incredible. That's perfect. Oh, that's perfect. It is, and they just
Kathy.
most people don't get that, which is sad because there's, like I said earlier, there's so many professional, so many knowledgeable. Thanks, Kathy.
You get to go home. I can't believe she posted that. Well, Randy.
Yeah, thanks, Kathy. Love you too. It was one of the criteria, I'm afraid to say, but Mitch Allen has branded her name is Kathy, her first name, but her middle name is Trouble.
Yes.
And that is with a capital T.
Uppercase, all of it's uppercase letters, all of it,
all uppercase letters. Yes. So it's just, but oh goodness, it was just, yeah, we love you too, Kathy. There's no doubt about it. You're too much fun.
Speaking of Mitchell Allen, my wife and I went and had lunch with him on Friday, and had a great conversation. He was asking about you, Randy, and he had reiterated to me that he didn't jump to any quick conclusions, and he was trying to hold your positions with him at the agency open, and to see once he talked to you what you would be able to do and what you wouldn't be able to do. But another fantastic stand-up guy. Mitch is one of those that we're lucky to have in the community, and so much fun to work with. And he does a little contest each year. Him and a couple of his college buddies do a deal where they have different costumes that are by friends, and then you have to go get a picture with them. Well,
You're frozen.
I am.
You're unfrozen now. You're already unfrozen.
You're unfrozen now.
You're back. You're back with us.
Well, I guess it was meant for me not to tell that story then. But anyway,
You're talking
so
this
we
with
got
Providence.
Should I?
we
should
got
I-
together
should
so
I
we
tell
could
the
get the
story about
picture
Nick?
of me and him together in his costume that I had chosen for him. I chose the fun size Snicker outfit. There's kind of an inside joke there that some folks know, some folks don't. But I told him I wouldn't post any compromising photos. So
Nice.
I did.
Are you guys
We had a
ready
good time
for
having lunch with him, but he was really concerned about Randy and told me to be sure and send my love to you, Randy, by the way, because I told him you was possibly was going to be on the show today for a few moments. I had a feeling you would. So,
Yeah.
all right, guys. Real quick, we want to talk about tomorrow night's show real fast. I know we're running pretty long today. It's been a fantastic show so far. Tomorrow night, we have lined up Rex Ray, AJ Bayless, Adam Renfro, Michael Howe, and he may have a special guest with him if we can work that out. Scott Seretean will be back tomorrow night for a segment. Scott Parker, Cam Breitenbach, Melissa Lynn, Eric and Moesha Elliott, Greg Swick, Dana and Everett Prostrolo. I always have trouble with their last name. Bruce Kotovich, Jeff McMullen, Gina Bacon, Mitchell Allen, Judy Broderick, Ellen Boucher-Myers, Tony Harris, which many of you may not know Tony. Tony is one of Spangle's good friends, and he started watching our show, I don't know, 6 weeks back maybe, when Spangle told him, man, you need to come on and watch what we're doing, and he's fell in love with the show, and he just wants to come on and give his 2 cents worth tomorrow night, so we agreed to allow that. And, of course, if Randy's up to it, Randy is going to drop in tomorrow night, too, and give a little Merry Christmas out to everyone for that, and another thank you. So, great show lined up for tomorrow night. We kind of, it's a bittersweet moment. It's been a long season. Again, we love doing these shows. Kind of hate to have to take that break, but it's well needed. I think we could all use a break. We've got other duties to take care of that are important, and we got to go out and be the jolly one, or in Michael's case, Santa Coco. But anyway, we're looking forward to getting into the season, so that's what tomorrow night's show will be all about. Okay, real quick, let's go ahead and reveal our trivia winner and answer to that trivia question.
Sir, you know the answer, right? Or no? Besom?
Besom, B-E-S-O-M was the correct answer.
And the winner is AJ.
The winner is
Ding.
Man.
Winner, chicken dinner. Yeah.
We're having trouble with AJ. He's just winning everything lately. He has been on a roll. My goodness gracious. Congratulations, AJ. Great job again, brother. All right, man. You guys got anything else you want to add?
I guess AJ is now in the roles with Charlie.
Yes.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I think he's on the rolls with every show we have, because he's won just about every one of them in the last few weeks, including during the Halloween show. So this was the last scheduled, and I will use that word lightly, scheduled, Monday, Bob Randyl and Company live preview show. And Michael is the company today, so we can say he's Santa Coco Company. He's got a last name. Anyway, but again, as Scott mentioned, if we see something important within the community, something pops up, something that we feel deems a quick jump in to speak about, a teaching moment, a sharing moment, an update on Randy and how Randy and his girls are doing. Don't be surprised if we don't pop in. Of course, Angela will send out a notification, and everyone will get that, as they always do. All right, Michael, you got any final thoughts, brother?
Oh, I just would like to thank the community again for their hearts and what they do. Thanking you and Randy for, making a platform that we can get together and keep growing and learning and being better together with. And Miss Angie, especially to you back there behind the scenes, because I know that if you didn't have a good technician, well, Bob would just keep freezing all the time. So thank you, everyone. I appreciate it very, very much. And I love you. And Bob and Randy, thank you. Thanks for investing the time in us and making us better.
Thank you, Michael. And you are kind of becoming a very important part of today's show. And of course, we definitely are going to have you back on the Tuesday Night Live show next year with your
Herbie and Michael.
Herbie. We'll have to have
Herbie.
You guys are like two peas in a pod. You can't, can't go anywhere without the other almost. But you guys do such great work together and individually. But I mean, you're always such a hoot and a holler when you get together, and we really enjoy you. You guys are the ultimate professionals when it comes to the Santa community. How you prepare the MAPS group. Can't say enough good things about MAPS. Fantastic what you folks have put together, worked hard to bring that community together. And again, you're better together. And that's evident that term means more than just a few words. The practice of it all and the way you guys handle yourselves as a group, individually and as brothers and sisters, is phenomenal. My hat's off to all of you, including you, Charlie.
The fastest typist in the West.
And Kathy, but everyone up there at MAPS, fantastic job, guys. The bigger part of our audience on Monday is a lot of the MAPS folks, and we do appreciate you. We couldn't do the show without someone to listen to us, sit up here and jab on. And Randy, keep up the healing, brother. Our hearts are just ripped clean out of our chest over what has happened to you. You did not deserve what has happened. Accidents happen. I know that I say this a lot. Things happen for a reason. We may not understand it. We're not meant to understand it. That's part of the Lord's big picture. He spares us all those things. I'm a firm believer that He doesn't plan our life out from beginning to end, although He knows when we're born and when our expiration date is. But He doesn't plan every second of our life out for us. He gives us the ability to make choices, right or wrong, to grow as an image of Him, Christ, and to follow the good book and make ourselves the best we can be. Many of our fellow mankind go array, go off the deep end, do things that's not Christ-like. But for this community, there's no better example of what Christ meant when He said, "I've made man in my image, man and woman." I love this community. And Randy, thank you so much for being a big part of what we've done here for the last 17 episodes and for years to come. I am so glad that the Lord spared you. I am so heartbroken over Cheryl. Our love goes out to you and both your girls. And man, if there's anything any of us can do, the whole community is behind you.
Yes.
You guys have given so much. I mean, really, I am so blessed to be a part of this community. Again, like I said, the love is it's boundless, which is incredible. There's no level that you can even put this whole thing on, the brothers and sisters in red. And I'll say it's breathtaking. It is really. I thank everybody and Bob, you and Angie, for letting me be a part of this, taking a chance on me to be a part of the show. Beautiful. And you guys in the community that are watching, wow. I thank you. I wish you all the best. I will thank you till my last breath for what you've done for me and my family right now. So thank you.
You're welcome. Amen.
Brother.
All stay safe. Please stay safe. Stay healthy. And like I say, most of all, stay magical, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And we made a good choice when we chose you to come in and be part of the show, and we're better for it. And Michael, thank you so much for coming in, being a big part of the show.
Thank you.
Again, the company may have to be changed next year to Bob, Randyl, Michael, and Company, because we love having you, brother.
Oh, we'll just one bite at a time. Yeah.
I hear you. Now, before we go, remember Tuesday Night Live tomorrow night will be our last scheduled event there. That will be a recap of the season 2. We will start episode 1, work our way all the way through the episodes. For those who have either be coming on live or submitted a video, which there are a few of those, we'll talk real quick, make our way down through there, kind of do a recap of the season, and then we'll send everyone off with a Merry Christmas. And Michael, I'm going to lean on you one more time, brother. Can we say an exiting prayer here for Randy
Amen.
and the girls?
Amen. Oh, Father, I love you. Father, you have a plan Help us to hear that plan. I ask for your protection around Randy and his family. We lift up the service and the things that are taking place soon. Help our hearts to constantly look to you and to bear your image and your love. We give you thanks and praise, knowing that you'll do exceedingly abundantly above. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. All right, folks, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. And hope to see everyone tomorrow night. And if you get a chance, you can always go back and watch all the replays. We are on YouTube and we are on Facebook. The Bob, Randyl and Company Live Preview Show is our address over there on YouTube. And then, of course, on Facebook and YouTube, the Tuesday Night Live Show. I'm sure all of you know that, though, by now. Thank you so much. It's been a great season on the Monday show. We're so excited for next year. We've got some new things. Randy's working on some new stuff. I'm working on some new stuff. And just expand what we've already got going here. And thank you again to everyone out there. We couldn't do it without you. Until tomorrow night.
Blessings, everybody. Yeah, bye-bye. Blessings, everybody.
Oh my